All right. So first thing we're going to do today. Our steps are, number 1, switch x and y. I don't even see a y. Where's y in number 1? Yeah, f of x is the same thing as y. Okay, remember that. So this is the same thing as y. So it's really y equals negative x to the 5th. All right? So if it's written as f of x, you can just replace it with a y. So step number 1 says literally just swap the x and y. So I'm really just going to write x equals negative y to the 5th. That's step 1. I literally just swap the two. And it makes sense because they're being reflected over this line y equals x. So I should be able to swap the two of them. Now all I have to do is isolate the y. I want to get the y by itself. So how would you do that? How would I get y by itself? What would you do with that negative? Yeah, divide both sides by negative 1. So now I have negative x equals the y to the 5th. And I still want just y by itself. I don't want y to the 5th. So what would you do? What'd you say? Sure, you could raise both sides to the 1/5 power, which is the same thing as taking the 5th root of both sides, right? So it really doesn't matter how you write it. So if you want to raise this to the 1/5 power, raise this to the 1/5 power, that's fine. Oops, negative x to the 1/5. There you have it. So this is the inverse of the original. Is that all right? Seems pretty easy, right? Yeah, you just swap the x and y and then solve for y. Huh, okay, that's pretty cool. Let's try number 2. So again, remember this is just a y. So when I swap x and y, doesn't it just look like this? Yeah, do you agree? Yeah? All right, now I just have to get y by itself, so what would you do? Times it by 3 first. And then we would minus the 3. And then divide by negative 1. Be careful that you divide everybody by negative 1, right? So it'd be a negative 3x plus 3. And then there you have it, guys. That's it. So it's just doing swap the x and y, and then you just got to play around with your algebra until you get y by itself.